Hello and welcome to Round Glass. I'm Leah Cullis and I'm your guide for our yoga session today. Today we'll be taking flight. So why do we practice taking flight in the body and what does that mean? Well, being able to fly or soar or ride on the wind takes a level of understanding and lightness within the body. So today we're going to create big poses, standing poses and balancing poses that require total body integration, all parts coming together in a union to create that synergy in order to take flight. Along with that, when we fly, we're working in co-creation with the elements, especially wind or air. So we're really going to harness the power of the wind within us, our breath, and match our movements with our breath in order to tap into the effortless ease that's available when the body, mind, and spirit come together, work together, and create a lightness that we can ride upon, that we can use to fuel us forward in our bodies and our lives off the mat. So let's get started. Come into a short and simple meditation. We'll begin in just a seated position. Now, I'm seated in Virasana with my heels back by my hips. I'm also lifted up on a yoga block. I always recommend that you have a couple of props near you, like a cushion from the couch or yoga blocks if you don't have them. Order them. They help practice so much. I always have them near me when I practice. But when you sit, you want to be comfortable. So you don't want to feel any stagnation or stress in your body right away. So you can come into Virasana or Sukhasana or even lay down, whatever helps you pull your attention inward. So let's begin the journey. Ground your palms to your thighs, close your eyes. And if you're struggling with closing your eyes, you can always set your gaze to the earth at one point and then soften your gaze. And all the shapes, we want to aim to be comfortable so that we can expand our awareness. When we expand our awareness to include our whole experience, that's when we become receptive to and available for co-creation, the elements within us and around us. A leap of faith is possible when we trust in ourselves and we sense and feel into the possibilities around us. Now roll your shoulders up by your ears and then draw your upper arm bones back. Open up physical space across your heart center. And notice how those shifts impacted your breath. Let's meet with our hands united at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Lift your heart higher into your thumbs. Allow the breath to move through you with ease and purpose. Take a moment to set your unique intention today. What purpose are you weaving through your poses? Inviting into your body, into your sacred space with every breath cycle. Together, take a deep breath in, fill up all the way across your heart. Open mouth, exhale. Bow your chin to your chest. Release your hands to your thighs. Open your eyes and lift your gaze. Okay, yogis, let's begin in child's pose, close to the earth. When we lay down and use the support of the mat, it helps us to become soft, soften the muscles, allow the bones to get heavy, and then we awaken the breath together, the wind within. So lay your forehead down to the ground as you separate your knees wide. Bring a soft bend to your elbows so you can connect your forehead, your third eye, to the earth. Close your eyes and turn all of your attention to expanding your breath within you. So as you breathe in through your nose, fill your back and your side ribs. As you breathe out, soften your muscles and allow your whole body to be supported by the ground. Really take this time to tune in and understand how your breath animates your body. And look for the opportunities of co-creation as you expand from your center out with each inhale and from your skin in with each exhale. Now crawl your fingertips forward towards the top of your mat. Spark your fingers nice and wide. Bring action and energy to your hands and arms. Dig your knuckles down into the earth. On your next inhale, come through a modified tabletop. Tuck your toes under, then lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Create an inverted V with your whole body. Then go ahead and glance up at your hands. See that your index fingers are facing straight forward or slightly to the outer edges of your mat. We want to stay open across the heart. So continue to draw your upper arm bones back. Then walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a standing forward fold at the back of your mat. Slide your palms to your shins, halfway lift, create space and lift through your heart. Bend your knees generously, bow your ribs to your thighs, catch opposite elbows, hang in ragdoll. So this is an inversion, a standing inversion where your hips are above your heart and your head. Allow the weight of your head to traction your spine open. And if it feels good, sway side to side. Move through space, move through air. Come back to center, release your fingertips to the ground. Then grab your hips, pop your elbows to the sky, come into a halfway lift. Get long from your sacrum through your heart with your gaze down. Option to keep a hold of your hips or bind at your back. Roll your upper arm bones back again. Straighten your arms to your degree. Forward fold, drop your head. Allow the weight of your arms to open up the tissues across your chest and shoulders. One more deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bend your elbows. Gracefully release your hands back to the earth. Bear crawl forward. And let's come into a tabletop pose, lower to all fours. Stack your hands and get grounded through your knuckles, right underneath your shoulders, your hips over your knees. Cat-cow, moving with breath. On your inhale, relax your belly down, squeeze your shoulder blades back, lift your gaze. Exhale, press the earth away, zip up your low belly as you tuck your chin into your chest. Now move with breath. Inhale, open and expand. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, press the earth away and empty out. Again, inhale, open, lead with your heart and your vision. Exhale, press the earth away and turn inward. Honor what's in. Come back to tabletop pose. Ensure that your index fingers are facing straight forward. We want to optimize the alignment from the hands to keep the heart open. Then extend your right heel back. With your toes tapped under, really press your right heel away. Now let's get into some subtle action. Now shift your hip point, your right hip point, in line with your left hip point and squeeze your inner thighs together. There may be little difference from someone viewing your shape from the outside, but you'll feel this inner engagement and alignment. Option here to float your right heel up off the earth and keep your foot flexed so all your muscles are engaged. Now let's ride the breath. On your exhale, draw your knee into your nose. Think cat in your low belly. Inhale, expand. So we're in a balancing shape here. This time, tap your knee to your right tricep. Squeeze your obliques. Then inhale, power out, get long. Exhale, bend your knee out to the side. Tap your shoulder if you can. Inhale, kick long. Exhale, come down to all fours. Wag your tail, move that energy through. So within the poses, we're creating a strength and a release. While one part activates, another part softens. Left side, extend your left heel back with your toes tucked under. Light up your leg muscles. One of my teachers once said, tight is light. So when you tighten your muscles, you create a lightness within your body. Now use that lightness to float your heel up off the earth. Keep your core engaged. Let's ride the breath. Exhale, knee to your nose. Hug your low belly up and in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, tap your triceps. Squeeze your obliques. You got it. Inhale, get long. Exhale, all the way up to your shoulder if you can. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, come back to all fours. Wag your tail. And then walk your hands forward about 6 inches. With your toes tucked under, hover your heels. Create a lightness through your body, a buoyancy. Feel it. Press into your hands, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Use your breath to create the lift and lengthen. On your exhale, draw your knee to your nose, then cat in your belly. Step to your right thumb, even if it takes a few steps. Then lower your left knee down. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Hug to center, rise up. Inhale, sweep both arms high and unite your hands in prayer overhead. From your roots, fly your prayer hands higher. Sweep your arms out to the side. Option here to either grab your hips or interlace your 10 fingers. Take a bind at your back. Roll your upper arm bones back. Stay engaged in your low belly. Straighten your arm bind to your degree. Plunge your hips even more forward. Drag the tops of your ears back as you look up. Without boomeranging your hands, slowly reach your arms high once again. Lift up even taller. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal out your knees and just shake through that side. Let all the expansion and the contraction integrate as you put in your wisdom on your second side, your embodied wisdom. With your next inhale, float your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step to your left thumb. Mindfully set your right knee to the earth. Like you're pulling earth energy up into your roots, gather and then rise, arms by your sides. Inhale, circle your arms up and around to unite your prayer hands overhead and lift your gaze if that's there for you. From your feet, power up through your fingertips. With your next exhale, sweep the energy field around you, clear it out, interlace your 10 fingers, or keep your hands at your low back. Your fingertips can go up your spine if that's available. Squeeze your inner thighs together, go a little deeper into your legs. With your vision forward, keep your throat lock as you lift your gaze high. Big opening. Arms by your sides. Sweep your arms skyward. One more deep inhale, full expansion. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank pose. Feel your whole body working together as one powerful, wise unit. Then look forward, press to your toes. Option to lower your knees to the earth. Everyone, lower your whole body to the ground. Seal the tops of your feet to the mat. We want to press down to get the lift up to fly. Drag your hands back underneath your elbows. Feet are engaged, legs are engaged. With your inhale, float your heart up, float your head up. Exhale, return to the earth. Let yourself be held. Low Cobra once again. This time we'll activate the back body even more and float the hands. Inhale, lift your head and your heart and float your hands. Pull your elbows in towards your center. Exhale, lower down. Nice work. This time, curl your fingers back by your hips. pointing towards your toes. Inhale, lift everything up. Take flight, locust pose. Exhale, return to the earth. Reset your hands underneath your elbows. Shift back into child's pose. Take a couple breaths here, yogis, and return to your rhythm. Start to ride the winds that are moving through you. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, look forward. Bend your knees a lot. Get empty. And step, walk, or hop your feet up to your hands. At the top of your mat, palms to shins, halfway lift. Plug your upper arm bones back, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, hug inward. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here to look at the union of your fingers or gently close your eyes. Take a moment to examine your inner landscape. Notice if there's any areas of heaviness or the old that you can identify as an opportunity to release, to shed, so that you can be light in your energy and your approach to your practice today. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Open your eyes, yogis. Inhale, reach both arms high. Today we'll swan dive forward. On your exhale, big wide circle down. Bend your knees, work your ribs towards your thighs. Hands to the earth, drop your head. Palms to shins, halfway lift, extend your whole spine. Plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. Take another breath here. On your exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or low cobra, you choose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full breath out. Sane, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale fully as you're empty, step or hop forward. Palms to shins, half lift, get long through your sides. Exhale, fold. Arms wide, rise to stand. Clear your field as you reach up and look up. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Reset. Inhale, extend both arms high. Exhale, swan dive, arms out wide, big opening here. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your hands, move through your Vinyasa, yogi. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. On your exhale, step to your right thumb. First time through, lower your back knee down. Gather your power from your feet and rise up, Anjanasana. Squeeze your inner thighs together. So from your roots, get the lift, the lightness up through your heart space. Then pull your prayer hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your heart up into your thumbs. Exhale, prayer twist. Hook your left arm over your right thigh. Unite your hands at heart center and ride your breath within the twist. So each inhale, lengthen from your tail through your heart. Every exhale, pull your low belly back to stabilize. Access your inner strength as you're challenging your balance and your limits. Your breath will carry you through the highs and the lows, the expansion and the contraction. Press down through your right big toe mound. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, frame your front foot. Vinyasa flow. High to low push up. Upward facing and downward facing dog. Pause for a moment here. With every inhale, lift from your wrists up through your hips. Get the length and the lightness, even when you're still. The intentions are laced through all of the poses with every breath. Left side, inhale, float your left leg high. Exhale, step to your left thumb. Gently set your right knee down. Gather your power and rise, Anjanasana Low Lunge. On your exhale, draw your hands to heart center. So really connect into your center line. Visualize the structure of your spine, and we're turning on that line within you. So inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, cross your center, then hook your right arm over your left thigh. Unite your prayer hands at heart. Use your bottom arm as a lever to lift your heart away from your thigh and lengthen on every inhale. Every exhale, you twist from your core and wring out from the inside out. So you want to hear and feel your breath, never pushing too hard or never holding back. You're fully in this game of balance, of challenge, of grace with each cycle of breath. Next inhale, both arms high. Exhale, hands to the earth. This time, step back, downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the knees. Return to the rhythm of your breath, balanced, quantumous, purposeful. All right, yogis, inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog, get long. Exhale, step forward, right foot to your right thumb. This time, pop your left heel up. You want to keep the forward action of your left heel so that your hips can align. Squeeze your hips together. Inhale, full crescent lunge, chest up, arms up. Nice work. Set your gaze straight forward. Then interlace your fingers at your back for a bind. Another option here is to keep your hands at your hips. You choose whatever feels best to you. We're going for Tadasana across the heart. So yogi leads with an open heart. On your next exhale, hinge forward, see beyond your right big toe. Pull your low belly back and start to take flight. Tadasana, airplane pose with a bind or your hands at your hips. When you start to roll your shoulders forward or aim the line of your heart, the light from your heart down, you know you've got to back the shape up. Go for the holistic experience within you. One of light, one of trust, one of all the circumstances within you and around you working together for you. Step your left foot down by your right, hands to heart center. See your fingertips. Notice the difference between your two sides. Notice what a physical experience of taking flight, airplane pose, standing balance. Notice what the impact is within you. And take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Swan dive forward, arms out wide, bow. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your hands, move through your Vinyasa, or simply meet in downward facing dog. Steady your breath, yogis. Let's build that sequence on the left side. With your next inhale, sweep your left leg high, use your whole breath. Exhale, use your core strength to step forward. Set your foundation, hip points aligned, back heel popped up. Press down, then you rise. You've got to have strong roots to get the lift and the opening. Exhale, take your hand position, either hands at your hips, fingers up your back, or arm bind, fingers interlaced. Tip forward using your core strength. As soon as your shoulders start to round forward, back up your shape. Keep the light of your heart leading you forward, shining out. Exhale, hop until you take flight. Tadasana, airplane. Breathe here, yogis. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, almost there. Slowly reset your right foot down by your left, hands to heart center. Steady your breath. Feel yourself as alive, life flowing through you, and you're using it to create new experiences on your mat. How is this fueling you forward off the mat? Presence the results now. And let's do it again. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, we bow. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your hands and flow, yogis. Ujjayi breath. One more time. One breath, one movement this time. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Step forward. Inhale, rise for crescent lunge. Exhale, bind at your back or take your expression. Hinge forward, tune into your core strength, and take flight. All right, listen carefully. Option here to keep your bind, bring your hands to your heart center, or warrior three, extend your arms overhead. Now, everyone, bring your hands to heart. Slowly start to bend your torso down. Keep your arm bones back. Play with the oppositions within you into toppling tree or standing splits. One more round of breath, y'all. And very slowly, gracefully, mindfully set your left foot down. Grab your big toes, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper. Shake out your head. Release your big toes, halfway lift. Plant your hands, Vinyasa, or meet back in downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward. Get grounded to rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, bind at your back, opposite thumb on top this time. Inhale, open across your chest. Exhale, hinge forward, shift your weight into your left foot, and take flight. There you go. Option to keep the bind, sweep your arms forward, or bring your hands to heart center. Full expansion and expression. Lift up from your back body. Then hands to heart center. Keep your gaze set. Slowly tip forward, toppling tree. When you're ready, set your hands to the earth, standing splits. Exhale, standing forward fold. Step your right foot next to your left. This time, walk your hands underneath your feet, gorilla pose. Halfway lift. Exhale, let's fold. Release your hands and just step your feet back, downward facing dog. Walk halfway up your mat. Lower your knees down to the ground. Sit back on your heels, one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Tune in and notice what you feel now. After you've created in your physical body the sense of balancing, the sense of flying, the sense of breathing while you cultivate strength and soften. Embodying two opposing energies that create wholeness within. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open. Okay, let's turn to face the wide edge of the mat. We have just one more big pose here. We'll go for a seated wide straddle fold. Upavishta Konasana. This is a great place to use your blocks here. This is one of those poses that I try to practice a few times a week, and every time I come into it, I'm always surprised at how my body's responded and contracted from the last time. But what I love about this is that we're creating the same shape as wings, so we can take flight here. Even though we're fully grounded, we can still access that sense of lightness and freedom within the shape. So resist the urge to force anything, and gently, lovingly, compassionately work with your edges as we start to lean forward, keeping the length through your spine. You can work down to your block, unite your hands in prayer, continue to shine the light of your heart forward. Some of you might even use one of the blocks to support your head. You could catch your big toes. You can walk your hands out in front of you. There are so many ways to work with the uniqueness within you and the general guidance of the shape, to find the balance of effort and ease in each cycle of breath. Just like flying, no flight is the same as another flight. No breath is the same. To expand and harness the potential around us and within us, we have to be fully awake and aware, accepting things exactly as they are, so that we can ride the energy within us and around us. In yoga, this is known as flow. About 5 more breaths here, yogis. Take it to your degree. And then slowly bring your hands down to the ground. Slowly make your way up. Use your hands to hook underneath your knees. Gently work your knees back together. Give yourself a little hug around your shins. And in a way that feels good to you, lay down, separate your feet wide, extend your arms by your sides. Let yourself be fully supported by your mat. You've done the work. Now let yourself be held. Take a moment to close your eyes and release any control in your breath as we stop the doing and allow all of the work that you've already done to become who you are. Final rest, Shavasana. If you have the time and the space to stay in your final resting pose longer, please do so. If you're ready to move on, bring gentle movement back to your body. And begin to deepen your breath. Stretch your whole body long, reach your arms overhead, point your toes. With your next exhale, ride your breath into a small ball. Wrap your arms around your shins. And gently roll to one side. Gracefully press yourself up. Let's meet facing one another with our hands united at heart center. Tune in. Notice what you get to carry with you from your physical experience on the mat, from your embodied experience of flight and lightness. What are the jewels you get to carry forward into your life? Let's seal with a final om. Deep breath in. Lift the wisdom from your heart into your mind, honoring the love, the light, and the good. Bowing together, we say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. I'm Leah Cullis. Please join us for more yoga and meditations on round.glass or on our app. Be well.